Masked Mother here, welcome to the Hour of the Beast. I wanted to talk about gratitude and just to explain why I'm so ungrateful for a lot of things. I know there are countless books that have been written on gratitude and the art of gratitude and the way we should be grateful for everything. And I spend a lot of my time thinking about people in countries where it's a struggle for them to get fresh water or even one meal a day, and some of the living conditions, the poverty, the disease, the sadness, the hardships. That's not something that leaves my mind. Every time I run a bath and I fill it with fresh drinking water, I just think about the other people that can't access that water. And no, it doesn't make any difference if I'm really careful with my water. They're not going to get any extra water because of it. Yes, the government will tell you to not use too much water. The water companies will tell you in the summer to cut down on your water intake. There's a bit of a shock behind that, because if you look at industries again, if you look at all the manufacturing companies, golf clubs, polo clubs, all the royal parks and palaces and historical houses, large estates, any place where there's a formal lawn or gardens, they are using huge amounts of water constantly. But people like us are told to cut down on our water, and we're using a minuscule amount of water. When I've actually cycled past a polo club and I've seen a hose the size of this just ejecting water out all onto the grass all day long. So great, we have the hose pipe bans so that all of the other big establishments and rich people can constantly have the water running 24/7 and using up millions of gallons. It's the same with manufacturing. Obviously all of our food that's produced and manufactured needs a huge amount of water, as does cardboard and plastic and all sorts of other products that we consume. So it's a little strange when basically the water board can't go to industry and the big manufacturing plants and to any of the royal estates and say, shut your water down, don't use so much water, you're not allowed. It comes down to just the common people. We're the ones that have to not water our plants with a hose or something ridiculous like that. So am I grateful for fresh drinking water? Yes, I am. And I am so grateful that I'm living in a day and an age where we've got fresh drinking water. I personally boil my tap water before I drink it. Is it extortionately expensive? No, it's still manageable, the water, thank goodness. If the water companies were in the same situation as the energy giants, would they do the same thing? I don't know, because it really seems to come down to money and greed. Am I grateful that I can buy food and I can feed myself? Yes, I'm very grateful. Am I grateful that I've got a roof over my head and I've got somewhere warm to be? Well, if I can afford to heat my home, yes, I am grateful for that. And here's the part where I'm not so grateful. I'm not so grateful for the things I've done for myself, and I don't really know why. I find it very hard to show myself gratitude. It's almost as if I create and manifest things in life, then I almost feel like it's not very clever because I'm the one that's thought it up. Because at the end of the day, I'm not very bright and I'm not very clever. If I can do it, it's not that much of an achievement. That's how I feel about the things I do. So I really do lack gratitude for myself. Do I see some things as achievements? I do, but I think, yes, well, pretty much anybody can do what I've done. I haven't done something particularly difficult or complicated. I have a vision, I write it down on paper, I do a sketch of something, and then I just push for it to happen and it gets done. Certainly isn't happening with all this content creation. This is a completely different world to me. Am I grateful that I've been able to have children? Yes, I'm very, very grateful. I feel terribly sorry for anybody who wanted to and can't. 100%. Am I grateful that I exist? I'm not sure. I don't know about that one. I don't know what choice I would have had if there is something else out there. I can't say I really enjoy this experience of being on this planet. I do find it quite strange, and I'm not sure how grateful I am. Am I grateful for any time I'm not suffering? Sure, yeah, I sure am. Super grateful. Am I grateful when the gentle breeze blows on my face? I love that. That's the one thing I absolutely adore. I don't like the wind, I don't like gales and all that, but I do like the gentle breeze. And that I'm grateful for. I almost feel that nature is embracing me and talking to me and comforting me. Am I grateful that I'm in a detached house? My house isn't actually big. It might look big from the videos, but it's only a 3-bedroom house. Am I grateful that I'm in a detached house though? I am grateful, But again, that was my own planning. That's what I wanted to do. But I do have a relief that I don't have immediate next door neighbours. Am I grateful that I have got 2 arms and 2 legs and I can see and smell and hear? Massively grateful, hugely grateful. I'd never forget the people I've seen that have had amputations or been in terrible fires or have other disfigurements. Massively grateful that I've got my parents and my aunt and my uncle. Hugely grateful that I've got my family and my friends. I just find it really hard to show gratitude for anything that I actually do. So that's my take on gratitude. I would love to hear your take on gratitude and what it means to you. And I'd love to hear if you've got any insight into why I might feel the way I do. Because sure as hell, I don't know very much at all. Anyway, from the Hour of the Beast, until the next time.